What's going on, everyone? My name is Ken. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today we're going to be looking at the Akaso v50x. This is the latest camera from Akaso. As you know, guys, in my previous video, I've had some issues with Akaso, but I'm going to tell you on this particular one, I think Akaso did an excellent job, particularly for an action camera under $100. So I think the action camera is going to be great for those of you who are on a budget. For those of you who are looking to get something not expensive as a GoPro, not expensive as an Osmo. This camera right here did an excellent job, guys. I've got this camera a couple of days ago, and I've been reviewing it and actually putting it into the test. I wanted to make sure I bring you a good video and not just beat down on a Casio. I got to tell you, they won me over with this particular camera. This is the latest version of the Casio. And if you haven't seen my first video of the Casio V50 Elite, I put a link to the description up there so you guys can check that out. Also, I'll put some links in the description below at the bottom for other videos that I've shot as well. So with that, guys, let's get to the review. So hold on. Like I said, guys, my name is Ken, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notification as we continue to bring you videos as well, so you'll be the first to know when we bring another video. So let's take a look at the Akaso v50x. So here it is, guys. This is the camera right here. This particular camera has a rubbery feel, just like majority of the Akasios, but this one is a lighter, and I love it. I really do like this particular camera. The quality of the videos, as you'll see in the video that I shot earlier, the quality of the videos is great. Is it perfect? No, there is some issues as well, but there's not as much issues as you saw in the Akaso V50 Elite. The audio quality is great. Well, I say it's good. It's not perfect, but it's good. There's a firmware update on this particular camera, so when you see the video that I shot earlier, you'll see when we scroll up through the menu, those are done before I did the firmware update on this particular Casio. And I'll put a link in the description below for those of you who have this particular camera who wants to update your firmware as well. But again, guys, this particular camera is awesome. I really love it, and I really think this is going to be one of my go-to action cameras for today. So let's get into the video and let's look at some of the specs and some of the things about this particular Casio. All right, on the front of the camera, you have your lens. You have the power button right here. And we also have the name, which is displayed right there, which is really good. On the side, we have the up and down to let you zoom in and out of your particular photos and videos. So on the back, you have your 2-inch wide angle lens. You have a place for your USB and your SD card and all of that as well. On the top, you have your mode button. You know, now that we got it open, as you see from the start menu, we have a resolution. So let's click that. You have 4K at 30 frames per second. You have 2K 30 frames per second, 1080p at 90, 1080p at 60, 30, 720, and you also have 720 at 30 frames per second. So let's go back out of that. And as you can see, the screen is very responsive, and you have a lot of different menu settings too. You have the still photos, you have your loop videos, you have your iOS, your white balance, your meters for those of you who like to swim. So let's get ready to go out of that. And as you see, back to the screen. Now you swipe up, there goes all your menu functions, the ones that we've seen before. So that's a quick way of getting to your menu function as well. And we also have your driving mode as well for those of you who want to use it as a driving camera. So let's go back. And so there you have it. So at that particular point, we can, you have your lens, which is bright. So on the bottom, you have a place for your tripod mount. And you also have a place for your battery as well. And let's go back to the front, and there you go. Just like all the other Casios, it comes with a ton of merchandise that you guys can use for so many different things. It comes with a wristband that allows you to stop, pause, and record. It also comes with it has Wi-Fi capability, so it allows you to actually see what you're recording from your phone while you're recording with this particular camera. It has so many different merchandise, guys. It has helmet mounts, it has body mounts, things of that nature. It also comes with 2 batteries that you can use as well. One of the batteries come halfway charged, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you charge both batteries before you use it. Does not come with an SD card, but you know, there's a bunch of those around here that you can particularly get for your action camera. Again, it comes with so many different merchandise, guys. Some you may use, some you may not, but that is a great thing that Casio do include all those particular merchandise, and I really do appreciate them for sending all of that. Casio did a really good job. It allows you to have image stabilization on almost any level that you're shooting on this particular camera. It also has the wide angle distortion, so if you're shooting a video, you don't like the way it looks, you can shoot the video again in and control the wide angle distortion. You can also control your white balance on this particular camera, wind noise reduction. It also lets you do time lapse as well. Time lapse on this particular Casio as well. The image stabilization on this camera is great. I really love that. So that's a heap of whole things that you guys can do with this particular camera that you may not be able to do with some of the other ones, but you do have it on this one. And I really do appreciate Akaso for doing this particular camera the right way. So again, guys, this particular camera is under $100. You can't beat that. All right, guys, so now let's check out the video. All right, guys, we are at the park. We're recording in 4K, 30 frames per second. I'm talking from behind the camera. The stabilization is on. I'm gonna show you guys me. Okay. So this is 4K, 30 frames per second. We're now going to switch over to the next mode. Alright guys, so we're recording in 2K, 60 frames per second. Stabilization is still on. Do an audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright guys, so this is 2K at 60 frames per second. Turn around so you guys can see some other stuff. Okay, so now we're going to ready to record in the next mode, which will be 1080p. Alright guys, so now we're recording in 1080p at 60 frames per second. Stabilization is still on. I can tell you guys that from the back of the camera things look great. I don't see any type of movement, even though I'm holding it with a mini tripod. Switching hands, it looks really good. So we're gonna do a quick pan. So this is 10K at 60 frames per second. So we're gonna switch over and record in 10K at 90 frames per second just to see how that looks. Alright guys, so this is 10K at 90 frames per second. Again, I'm walking and I don't have a gimbal, so it's a lot of movement going on, so don't know how that looks until I bring it to the computer. So we're gonna do a quick pan. Alright guys, this is 10K at 90 frames per second. Now I can tell you at 90 frames per second the stabilization is off, so you cannot have stabilization at 10K at 90 frames per second. Alright guys, so we're gonna go back to the office and put this in the computer, see how it looks. And I hope I sound good too. Alright guys, so as you can see from the video, this shot some really good decent videos. I did not get any pictures this time with this particular Casio. I apologize for that, but I am going to do a second review on this particular camera coming up, shooting pictures and things of that nature as well. But I want to get into some of the things that I didn't shoot in the video, and particularly the firmware update that you didn't get a chance to see when I recorded the recording earlier. So as we look at this camera right here, this is the back facing of the camera, as I stated before. When you do the firmware update on this camera, as you go up, you're going to see all of the menus that you saw before. But one thing you're going to notice is it had image stabilization on. It also has a encoding for your microphone, for an external microphone. Now I don't have an external microphone for this particular Casio, but I do think there's a microphone out there. There may be some other videos from other reviewers who have one, but this is some of the newer things that you're going to see. Again, the external microphone, and you're going to see you got the gyroscope, but you're also going to see image stabilization. So those are some of the things you're going to see with the firmware update for those of you who want to update the firmware and have this image stabilization on it. Because as you see, when I shot the video before, it didn't have the image stabilization that was on there. But again, guys, This is a really good action camera for under $100. I think Akaso, I really believe Akaso had won me over. And look, thumbs up to Akaso for bringing me this particular camera. I really think this is a great camera for the price, under $100. I know there's a lot of other action cameras out there, and we're going to be reviewing some more, but this is a really good action camera for those of you that are on a budget, and for those of you who are trying to grow your content, your influences on YouTube, looking to purchase something that under $100 or around $100 range. I think you guys are going to be very satisfied with this particular Casio. But again, guys, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the Casio? If there's some things that you don't like or like about this particular action camera. I know I'm sold with this particular action camera, but I want to hear from you. Also, guys, if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notification. Listen, we appreciate you guys for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.